Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Sandbox stream. I am Alex, and we are here with Joseph. Good morning, Joseph.
Hello, how you doing?
Good, good. So, we've got some exciting stuff going on with the land sale that just happened. Let's go check that out on our Medium here, real quick. So the land sale was on the 25th, which was just 2 days ago. It doesn't even feels like that was like forever ago now. Things move fast in the NFT world here. And it sold out very fast. I think everything was booked in under a minute,
Yep.
and then uh, there was some fighting back and forth to claim those lands. I think everything was finalized in about an hour. All the transactions cleared, and everybody had their stuff, and there was a lot of land going
There was
around.
a lot
So
of land sold,
yeah,
Alex, and it was so fast
it
that
was so
I
fast.
I wanted to participate in the purchasing of those land sales, Alex, but
Yeah,
when I made my first click, right? I made my first click and then I saw the whole screen turn book. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna let you have it. like, like I thought I was gonna get some lands, a couple here, a couple there, right? Maybe do some events or whatever, build some things in them. But after I saw that first like wave rush through, and then the second
yeah,
wave finish it all up, I felt like it was more like 45 seconds where everything was booked.
yeah.
Uh, Wonderful sale overall, though. Definitely high performance on the developers team on our web devs to make that a smooth experience as far as I could see. Everything went really well and really fast. And yeah, so we have a special event going on today, Alex.
We do. So you might have noticed this giant Pranksy plot here, and Pranksy is doing these NFT boxes, which is this really cool project. You can go to nftboxes.io and learn more about these. Let me get this on my screen a little bit better so people can see without the chat blocking it. So you go to nftboxes.io and you can learn more about it here. You can connect your wallet, and as a special part of the land sale, Pranksy decided to give away one of these otherwise sold out Joy February 2021 Grow boxes. So all the NFTs in here were made with the theme of Grow, and I might have something in there for people. Um, so one lucky purchaser of a land. I mean, you're lucky to purchase land in the first place because that was quite a fight on the day. And then
For how fast it was, yes.
on top of that, somebody is getting this NFT box. So we've got a list of everybody, all the wallets that bought land in that sale, and for each one by one plot that was purchased, that you have an entry for this NFT box, which we are going to give away right here on stream. So Joseph,
Yes.
what's our process here? What are we doing?
Sure. So the process for this, on the side, I have a spreadsheet that includes all of those potential wallet address winners and their coordinates on the map. I will, during this stream, be drawing from that. It is over 1,000 different individual one by one plots of land that were purchased, meaning one entry per piece of land. When I do that drawing later on in this stream, I will either find you on the map and I will announce your on the map at sandbox.name or dot game username, excuse me. I will announce your name here on this stream. Or if your name is not publicly available, because you can choose, I will announce the last 6 letters or numbers of your Ethereum wallet address so that you can look back on this stream later and find out if you have won. Afterwards, I will forward that address to Sebastian Borget, who will send you your NFT box exclusively curated by Pranksy. And I can say, Alex, that I have seen Pranksy in the NFT space for a long time, so I know that all the objects that are inside that little NFT box are going to be some very nice things. Especially, if I may say so myself, if you made one of those objects, because I've also seen some of the things you've made recently, and I'm loving it. So,
I'm
ready to
I'm
go,
enjoying
Alex.
being in this crypto art world. It's a new experience for me, and I'm loving it. And I saw somebody in the chat ask, "Is this only for the last sale?" That is correct. This is for the just over 1,000 one-by-one plots that were in the last land sale that happened 2 days ago. So,
Yep.
if you got in on that sale, you got land, you're on that list, and that's your entry ticket to this giveaway. So,
Now, one more thing, Alex.
yes.
This one is unrelated to the Pranksy NFT boxes box, but we will also, as usual, here on these Saturday streams, be giving away one Wizzy the Blue NFT. So if you are here and you are watching, and maybe you just purchased land and you want to know what's going on here, every Wednesday we play test your games. Every Saturday we teach you a new or refresh you on an older way to learn the mechanics of the game maker, right? So if you have no idea what you're doing with the game maker, or maybe you know quite a bit, but you want to learn something new, these Saturday streams are with the intent that you can take these skills and make a game so that you can publish a game on your land in the metaverse. And they don't just limit themselves to games, sometimes it's just an experience. One of the recent streams that we have had, we discussed what was it, Alex? We had some RNG from the Game Maker Academy streams, and those are
Oh yeah.
officially supported streams. We've
Yep.
had. What did you do last week, Alex? I forget because I've been watching all those RNG streams.
Last week on Saturday, or
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
we're going to sort of continue that this week. We were making bombs. I know that sounds very bad to say
Oh
out of
yeah. Yeah.
context. Don't clip
Yeah.
that. But last Saturday we were figuring out how to set up presets as bombs, and I learned something. I was watching Cyber Dragon's stream through the Academy channel, and I learned something. I was like, this is really cool. Cyber Dragon's been really putting a lot of hours into the game maker and really figuring things out. And I realized there was a mistake I made last stream. I gave some misinformation. We'll talk about that later. So I got corrected on something, and it blew my mind, and it opens up so many more possibilities. If you were paying attention on my Twitter, you would have seen when it happened. And I freaked out a little bit because this opens up some new doors for me. So yeah, that we'll get there today. We'll get there.
Well, all right. So you can expect the. I'm going to work on the drawing on the back end so I can make sure that I've got the the coordinates ready. I'm going to make it readily biteable information. So at some point, Alex, probably about 30 minutes from now, I will cut in and mention that I've got all the information ready for you. I've got the winner selected, and then we'll go with the big announcement at that point. So until then, let's get into some game design. What do you think?
Sure. Yeah. Let's mention one last thing.
Okay.
Because I was gonna do it first, and then we just totally skipped it. The VoxEdit contest is still going on.
Okay.
That is closing. Submission date closes on March 4th, which is I want to say.
That's about a week.
Yeah.
Well, a little
Yeah,
less.
it's
Little less.
Thursday. It's on Thursday.
Right.
So you got to get your submission in by March 4th, and then the voting period is the 4th to the 11th. So let me paste this in the chat here. This is the entry. We talk about this every stream pretty much. This is one of the longest VoxEdit contests that we've had. It's been a whole 3 weeks, or it will be a 3 whole weeks for submissions, and it's all about making celebrities and influencers and people that you think are super cool in VoxEdit. There was some confusion about intellectual property and who owns what. There is a disclaimer right here in this article. Please note, anything you create that has IP can't be listed and sold as NFTs. So normally, as part of the contest entry for the winners, we help the winners publish to the marketplace, and eventually they'll be able to mint and sell their asset. In this case, if it's an IP, then we can't do that. So that you may get permission from somebody, if some YouTuber that you really like that you can talk with, maybe you'll make them, maybe they'll be the winner, maybe they give you permission to make this for them. But this is an art contest, so we can't publish any IP that we don't have rights to, and in some countries, the way somebody looks, a celebrity's actual persona is considered their intellectual property. So we do have to follow the rules of wherever that person is from. If it's a character from a movie or something, we don't have rights to, which we probably don't, then obviously we can't publish that either. So this is just an art contest. You can join in with anything that you want, but we are limited on what we can publish in the marketplace on IP rules. So just wanted to get that out there to avoid any confusion or broken hearts on that, and just make cool stuff. Send it in. We love seeing your artwork. So let's jump into the game maker, and let me get I always forget to open my volume mixer when I open the game maker. Yeah, I didn't even need to. It looks good. All right. So last week we were just mentioning this. That's really loud for me, though. I don't know how loud that is for everybody else. Let's try that volume mixer again. What's going on here? It's at 4. It should be at 1. There we go. I love the music that's in the game maker, but it's a little bit loud when I'm trying to talk through it. So we made this bombing run. First, this has actually been a 3-week. This is the third week, the third Saturday that we have been taking a look at this. So what we set up the first time, I forgot about all these guys. We did some dumb stuff at the end of last stream, and we'll revisit that. So the first thing we did is we set up this platform, which all these objects are attached to each other. So when the platform moves, everything moves together. You can ride on it, and you can drop bombs with this switch. So that was pretty cool to set up, but we were like, we can do more with this. We can do cooler things with it. And then the dumb thing that we did, I made a car hat just to test out vehicles and to what was the name of that game from I think it was the late 80s. It was like Carnage or something like that.
Carmageddon.
Carmageddon. I think that was it. Yeah. So we're gonna get rid of all that stuff because we don't need that in there. So the thing that I was misinformed about, or I guess uninformed. I didn't know, and I made an assumption, and I was wrong. And I can be wrong sometimes. It happens. Very rarely, but it happens. I said that you can't make a preset that has children. I said that when you make a preset, only the single object that you have selected gets made into the preset. But Cyberdragon showed it live on stream, and I was just blown away that this was a thing. It makes sense that it's a thing, like it should be a thing. But I didn't realize. We can just grab any asset; it doesn't matter. We'll just parent these stairs. Let's say you want to make a staircase, and you don't want to have to keep on, you click and move and click and move. You know that you're going to need to do this staircase over and over again. So once you get your initial setup, well, it helps if they're all aligned to the grid. There we go. Once you get your initial setup, you use the hierarchy panel, and sometimes the hierarchy panel is kind of hard to see because of the chat, so I'm going to move the chat over. Or the chat's going to move over here. You guys will be cozy next to Joseph. We open up the hierarchy panel. We go and find our alien stairs here. We make them all children of each other. So when we grab... oh, wait. Where'd the third one go? Did I lose it? Let's see. Are they all... Okay, they're all attached. I think it's like hidden underneath the top there. So now with the top one selected here, that's top in the hierarchy, obviously it's not the top step. We click on our preset thing. I need to move it up, actually. We'll put it up here because of the UE. Oh. Why can't I move it? Technical difficulties here. I can't actually, I can't reach the bottom of the menu to where you add it to the preset. Maybe if I expand it. then I can reach it. There we go. Perfect. Save to preset, create new. And now if we go to our presets here, you see Alien Stairs is a preset, and there are all of our steps. So this may not be as mind-blowing as you think it is at first. But what that means is that the limit that I thought we had of when we spawn a bomb, it has to be everything all on one asset. No, we can spawn multiple behaviors together now. So we can have an enemy NPC spawn with some item attached to him, or we can have the bomb spawn with multiple little bomblets, or just my brain is like expanding and stretching. I'm gonna look like Jimmy Neutron by the end of it, with all the ideas that this can bring. So we can start stacking all these behaviors together in a hierarchy that spawns all together as a single piece. So that just I'm thinking, like, can we make bullets? Like, is that gonna work? I don't know, because what we did last week, we were goofing around with this platform here, and we made a moving platform, but the platform it's so silly. It always moves to the same point and it like returns. Yeah. So I don't know what this is gonna do with bullets. I haven't had a chance to test this out, but we're gonna learn a little bit on stream here and figure these things out. The other thing that I learned, there was a reason Cyberdragon wrote his tutorial the way he did. So I had mentioned how these little things, these healing, I don't have any damage on me, so I don't actually need to be healed. I go over here, I can damage myself. So when you pick these healers up, we noticed on last time that there was a little bit of a lag for when it heals us, and I didn't know what was causing it. Apparently, Cyberdragon figured this out through extensive testing. The distance between the message broadcaster actually increases the amount of time that it takes to receive that. So we have that relay over on the other side of the map, which is the actual item that's healing us. And it takes time for the message here to get back to the relay and then back to us. So having the two items parented together the way he set it up, and we can spawn those now too. Now we know that it's not, we don't really need to have a separate relay over here. We can have the two items attached to each other. So that'll make things a little less laggy. The third thing that I learned, and it's funny because I had thought of this, and while we were on stream, I had thought of this, and I think I got distracted by something, and then I totally forgot to check it, and then I just thought, oh yeah, we must have tried that, and it didn't work. We can, in fact, damage and heal NPCs easily. It's easy. We just have to change the message being broadcast. So let's find our message broadcaster for damage. Okay. So all we have to do is edit logic, and broadcast type, we change it from all to one of these other ones. We can do everyone in range, specific tags in range, or selected actors. So why did I get rid of all those Binance guys? This would have been useful. Oh, he's not a preset. There he is. All these Binance cyborgs. We do need to make sure that he has a health component. So we give him some health. 150, that's too high. We'll do 50 so you can actually see the damage. And we can do a bunch of them. Let's see here. Duplicate out. So we're using that Control D to duplicate with everything, with all the settings that we have on that. And we're just making a huge group here. And we are going to go back to our damage platform here. Edit the logic. Now, if we were to say everyone in range, And then we can change that range. You can actually see the range in that yellow ring. Did anybody make a potato in VoxEdit? Yeah, I've made a potato. You can find the potato that I made on the marketplace.
Nice.
Or actually, I can just show it to you. It's a whole potato plant. Look at this little cute little thing. All those nice little leaves and little potatoes growing. You can make it like down in the ground and have it grow before you harvest it. So let's that range is too big. So let's go down to, let's say, like 35. Nah, still too big. Let's go to 15. There we go. Okay. So let's run over to our damage device here, our damage switch. Oh, it hits everybody. Did I click the wrong thing? Or maybe that range is more powerful than I thought it was. Let's see here. Everyone in range, 15. Okay, so maybe the range doesn't work the way I expected it to. Well, that might need some more testing, or that might be a bug. But you can do specific tags in range and selected actors. So if we look at our Binance Cyborg here, he doesn't have any tags. So let's say, it's funny. It didn't hurt me, did it? I don't think it hurt me. Oh, it did hurt me. Okay, so let's add a tag. We'll say enemy. We're gonna add an enemy tag, and then we're going to add specific tags in range, and we're gonna add enemy. And let's see how that works. Huh, it still hurts me. Maybe did I set this up wrong? Let's make sure. Damage 40, broadcast range 15. So it seems to want to hurt everybody, which is kind of funny. So that's probably a bug that I can report. But what I did check that I'm pretty sure works correctly. We'll find out here if I did it right. We can do specific actors. So we click Binance Cyborg, and we can damage that specific one. And it still hurts me. Huh. Maybe, do I have multiple damage things set up here? I tested this on, I don't remember what day the stream was. I think it was Wednesday or Thursday. And it didn't hurt me.
That one says damage 40, heal 10.
Yeah, damage.
You're standing next to the bomb again. Does that matter? Is that a different bomb?
It's not working because I'm dumb sometimes. I forgot. I forgot. This was what was actually sending the message. This was the relay for the bombs that were dropping. So this damage, this wasn't even hurting everybody. So that's why none of that worked.
Sure.
The whole time I was damaging all on that. So we'll just rewind. Nobody saw that.
I don't know what you mean by that.
So we're gonna go back to this one, and we're going to add a message required of interact. Good grief. Oh, I was clicking on the wrong thing the whole time. Like, why are none of these settings working? I tested some of this before and it worked fine. Okay, so let's move the spawner closer so we don't have to run every single time. And that should damage 40 on the Binance Cyborg only. Should. So let's see. Yep. Okay, it damaged that specific one. So if you say let's say you have a boss fight, you can set up specific like totems. Let's say your boss, you can't attack it directly. It's a dragon flying up in the sky like this one up here. But you could launch something at it or destroy. it's a ghost, and it's empowered by these totems scattered around your map that you have to find. Activating those would damage that specific boss anywhere it is on the map. So that I don't know if you could all see that. There's a specific cyborg here. That one. And it only hits that one. So if we wanted to expand that range to say specific tags in range, and the tag was enemy. Let me just make sure that these actually have the enemy tag on it and I didn't mess that up. Okay, good. They do. So now it should damage only the ones in that radius. Yep. Got rid of those guys. So now you can have area of effect damage. So let's say you wanted those bombs dropping to only affect NPCs, or you wanted to have a throwable healing potion that does like a splash area to only heal allies and not enemies. Then you have that ally tag and the message broadcaster that you activate would be that potion. Then we can also have it. What was the other one? Everyone in range, specific tags in range. What was that?
So now I really want to see somebody make some kind of a projectile launcher, and then it's all over, right? You've got everything you need.
Yeah. Well, so
that would be your, you could make a Splatoon clone very easily with something like that, right? I mean, aside from obviously all the painting, I guess that would require a lot of work. But
yeah, I'm not sure if we make a movable. Okay. Idea time. All right, let's take our moving platform here. Let's get rid of that because it's too big. We need something smaller. So how big is this thing? This works. Switch. No, it's a lever. That's what it is. It doesn't really matter. I just like the lever. And so we got spawner, pickable. Okay, all right. We only need two things. So we're going to make the behavior on this a block spawner, which is known as multi. It's a magic point that allows you to create cubes. So this is the smallest that we'll get. We should have, in the future, we should have more options for this. I'm wondering, I may need to make I'm going to add a handle to it because if I make this, I'm not going to be able to recover it out of the blocks that it spawns. So let's do I have like a tree branch or a pipe or a pole or something? Here we go. That's a little bit big. That's bigger. Okay, we'll go with this one. All right. So this is a little bit janky. We're gonna. I have no idea if this is gonna work. We're gonna learn. All right, that goes in there, and this goes here. All right, so this is our multi. If I can click it. There we go. So we need it to spawn a block, and it's going to spawn these cool looking alien blocks, and it's going to activate on receive message of do I already have a spawn? I don't remember if anything's using spawn, so we're going to say spawn block. Okay, and then we go to our lever, and it's going to send the spawn block message. Okay, and let's edit the logic on this, make sure our settings are good. Yeah, I think there used to be more settings on the multi. It used to have like a delay on it, or something like that. And I don't see that anymore. But that's fine. So we're going to have it on the message. It's probably going to fill up this entire space all at once. And we have got a pickable component to place on this. So we're going to pick it up and place it with this extra large handle. And let's go down in our hierarchy. Ooh, our hierarchy is freaking out a little bit. There we go. I don't know what that was about. So we want everything holding on to the pipe. So we've got our laboratory spotlight and our ancient lever attached to the pipe. So now we should be able to pick this up. And of course, my spawn point is way over here now. Gotta run over. All right. So we can pick that up. We can carry it around, plop it into place, and spawn. And, oh god, it doesn't stop. Stop!
Boop. Boop. Boop.
Okay, so maybe I've got a different configuration. We need the handle to be on the other end, so we can actually turn it off. Hopefully, it works though.
Yeah, I mean it does work. It does definitely work.
All right. If only the enemies were as aggressive as the healing rune, that thing will chase you all over the map. So it really wants to heal you, but some of the stuff we're showing today can actually help make that a better situation for you. All right, so we can place it here, turn it on. Okay. All right, we let go of it, then we turn it off. No.
Yep.
I think maybe it needs more space.
Oh.
Nope.
This is hilarious to watch, Alex. I'm not gonna...
All right. All right. So maybe we don't actually even need. No, we still do need the handle. We still do need the handle. All right. This has to be like comically large, I think. Or maybe it's because it's a child of it that we can't. So we turn it on. Okay. Can we turn it off? If I added some interaction VFX, it would be easier to tell, but I don't think we can turn it off. Oh, you know what? Maybe because it's a button. There is no off. Okay, yeah, no, let's do a behavior switcher or a behavior toggle behavior. That's the word I was looking for. So turn off toggle message is going to be spawn block, and initial state behavior is going to be false, and we're going to say on start. I'm not sure if that'll work or not. We'll see. So I gotta move that spawn over. I hate having to keep running across like a quarter of a map. All right, there we go. All right, so we can pick it up. We can move it. We can. Okay, it does spawn. Okay, so now let's turn it off. I should have added the toggle VFX. It works. Hey!
So you only spawn it when you toggle it. Is that right? Only once.
When it's on. So I can run around with it like a brush. But I can also, now I can turn it off. I'm going to get stuck in these blocks. Where's my switch? Here it is. Way over here. And now I can, yeah. So it's easier to see if I turn on the interaction VFX. Let's go back to components. Why am I not seeing?
So that's
it's already on there. The indicator component was already on there. So if I display interaction, there we go.
I wonder if. Oh yeah. Yeah, this seems like an interesting tool. You could definitely make a game out of just this little weird handly thing that Alex has created here, because if the object that was spawned you could spawn in a preset object, right?
Yeah. So
what if you spawn in a bomb?
No, we could. It's so that would work exactly the same as spawning these. So you could make heck, you could even, let's see.
So here's what I'm thinking, Alex.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever. I think it's called Spliff. What's that called? There's a there was a custom thing that was created first in Minecraft, and it's been adapted. But it's essentially a
Yeah.
single
Heard
layer
of that.
ice arena that
Yep.
you would slowly destroy the blocks of
Mhm.
until people couldn't run around anymore. But if you had like a long arm such as this, and you were dropping little bombs that destroy the single layer, you could easily make a game in that way.
Mhm.
At the early stages of Game Maker where we're at now, you'd want to make it like a tutorial zone, right? Like assuming that a monster was around and you were like trying to eliminate all the monsters or something like that.
Mm.
Um, Not necessarily chasing you, but like a training course, right? But once later multiplayer aspects get adapted into the Game Maker, this could easily be the tool that you use to go destroying all the cubes or what have you of the ground, so that people could fall to their infinite demise until there is only one remaining.
Yeah, you could definitely do something like this with I'm trying to see if I can make a so I made it so it spawns a block and then deletes a section of it. So I still can't jump. Oh, it also kills me. Uh, so you could have is it done? Does it not keep going? Oh, the void deleted the other spawner. I see.
Oh,
So we want don't destroy assets. So now we've got a shaped brush. So it spawns and so there's no offset in the timing right now. So it's spawning the block and removing the block at the same moment, I think. Like the
sure.
void the void is not overriding the blocks. Can I put a delay on the void that is longer than the message here? So it's 1:45. I think we're just
That is
so
true.
engrossed.
I'm so deep engrossed in the process.
Let's
So give me
see.
just a minute, Alex, and I
Yep,
will
yep. I'll
prepare
I'll
us
keep trying to
for
figure
an
this out.
adventure. All right.
Let's see. Yeah, I'll have to work on this some to figure this out, but I think it's totally doable. You know, maybe if we could have so this allows a lot of interesting possibilities with timings of the triggers and stuff. So we can have a single switch activate two message broadcasters that would have separate delays on them. So we would put something in the middle here. I mean, it doesn't really matter what shape they're in, like physically, except for the voids and the spawners. But you can see that I offset them here, so that way it cuts out a section. And it did work that first time because the void deleted the spawner. But now with them both there, it's spawning as fast as it's voiding, so you just see the spawn. But if you had a message broadcaster here, let's see if I can set that up real fast. We're gonna do two message broadcasters, and this is going to be let's see, message broadcast. It's going to say trigger. That should be the spawn block. Or we'll set yeah, we'll leave it like that. Broadcast type all, wait for broadcast, and we'll say activate because I don't think I've actually used activate for anything. And we're going to change this to activate. And actually, I don't think the position on these matters at all. They don't actually have to be attached to this. They could be. I guess that would introduce more delay, so we'll attach them. So we're going to add these to the whole, our giant block paintbrush here. So we've got message to send is spawn block. So this turns on the spawner, and it has a delay of, say, 0.1 seconds. Or it doesn't let us do the delay. I think Cyber Dragon was telling me lies. Or maybe it only lets me put an integer. Maybe he was talking about a different behavior. I thought we were talking about the delay on the message broadcaster, but it seems to only allow integers. So it's going to have to be a 2-second delay. And actually, we're going to delete this, duplicate this. And this one is going to send void. And message is going to be activate, and it's going to be a 2-second delay because for whatever reason I can't do decimal points. And we're going to do spawn block is activated on start, and then it uses the spawn block message, and then this one is going to use the void message. So in theory, maybe I need a 2-second and a 3-second delay so that way they don't, because the 1 second is going to double up to be a 2-second. We'll see. We'll see what happens. So I activate it. And yeah, the void doesn't work for that. So let's try. Let's try 3 seconds and 2 seconds. And then we should see kind of like a flicker. Oh, I clicked on the wrong thing. There we go. 2 seconds.
Okay, so Jai Turner asks over on YouTube, would it be possible to attach audio files for the characters' footsteps or voices, grunts, if they were, attacked, things like that? So the answer to that is that audio design is something that we are working on actively. Different aspects of audio design have been added, changed, adapted, and expanded over the last, I believe, 3 major iterations of the game maker. You can see right now up in the top right of the screen that this release is only the version 0.5. So right now we've got a lot of time, a lot of work left to be done on the game maker, certainly before we get to version 1.0. So there are still things definitely in the work, including audio, lighting, all sorts of things going on. Obviously, we do intend to expand different kinds of attacks, different animations. So the team is working hard to add those sorts of features in there because not only do we want to reach a 1.0, but we want to go beyond that, right? So there's going to be a lot of things coming, including audio design as far as that goes. We want to start with the tools that can make anyone capable of designing the game, and that has been the direction so far. Alex is going to design a whole game. He's going to automate the design of the game. Is what's going to happen here.
Oh, I almost
before
got
we're
trapped.
done. But
so the void doesn't seem to be working with that delay. I'll have to
Sure.
practice that some.
The
But
second fire hydrant's not there. I think that's what's wrong. You voided the second fire hydrant.
It's in the blocks somewhere. It wasn't attached, but it should have still been sending the message.
Yeah. Well, nonetheless. So addressing that question, Alex, do you want to take a second so we can do this big giveaway?
Okay.
All right.
So what were we doing? So drum roll. Drum roll.
I'm gonna run it. I'm gonna run it down. I'm gonna do a big old. What are we doing the giveaway for? Right.
Okay. Yeah.
So let's start it up from the top. For the 1,030 people who made a purchase of a land, not necessarily individual users, but 1,030 one-by-one NFT lands were sold in the last land sale just about 48 hours ago now. Those people were all entered to win an NFT box from nftboxes.io, courtesy of Pranksy. Those boxes are highly curated NFTs from legendary NFT collector Pranksy themselves. All NFTs are secured on the Ethereum blockchain forever. So everything inside these NFT boxes is yours to keep and or distribute as you like. These boxes are monthly crates. The February 2021 Joy Crate under the theme Grow will be the box that we will give out today. I, just a few moments ago, went through, did a random number generator for those 1,030 different entrants. So, in doing so, I came upon user purchaser number 804. And the 804th purchaser, Alex, I sent you a direct link so you can pull it up here live on the stream.
You ready? I'm ready.
I'm ready to go. If you want to click that link right now, you can show the community this purchaser. Their wallet ended in the last 6 digits of D capital A E 42 capital B. If you are user Decentra Big Words Land, then you have won this NFT box, again, exclusively curated by Pranksy. So congratulations. This is a random giveaway, and I hope you enjoy what is inside your Joy crate today.
Awesome. Congratulations, Decentraland.
So distribution on that crate will come in just a little while. I'm going to send that over to Sebastian Borget, who has that crate just specially for you. And that is not, Alex, the last giveaway we will do today. I'm going to make a copy of a form for the Wizzy the Blue NFT as well. And that is exclusive to watching these streams right here on Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, and all of those platforms live. So if you are watching live, you can, in just a few moments, fill out this form and be eligible to win that Wizzy the Blue. And Alex, you made Wizzy the Blue, did you not?
I did. I made it live on stream. This was our community project. People in the chat helped pick the colors, helped pick the theme and the design, and Wizzy has become our mascot here on the Saturday and Wednesday streams. I think we only had a Saturday stream when I made that initially.
Back then, and we are constantly expanding with those streams as well. So Wizzy the Blue can randomly come up in your stream if you are live streaming. If you are just playing the games that are made in the Sandbox, if you are creating with the Game Maker, or if you are creating assets with VoxEdit and you tag me, I may jump into your stream and give away Wizzy the Blue for your audience of viewers. So let me know if you are streaming live. And Alex, you minted this on Stream Live as well, didn't you?
I believe so. That sounds like a thing that we did. There's been so much that's happened since then. We've given out, I think, close to 50 of the 200 Wizzies, maybe over 50 by now. And so if we're giving out 2 a week, it's been like 20 weeks or so. With some rough estimation and knowing that we've given out a few extras in other instances. So, like almost half a year ago is when all this happened. So,
sure,
it's crazy how time flies with this. So, congratulations, Decentraland, and make sure you all fill out that form. It looks like it did go across to all the platforms. So, jump in on that. And let's get back into the Game Maker for a minute here. So I think we've done as much as we can do with the brush for the moment without some more tweaking, and that can be kind of not the most entertaining thing to watch for an hour of tweaking the numbers. I mean, some funny things do happen, but I don't want to bore y'all with doing this same thing over and over again. So the culmination of everything that's going on here, though, is that not only can we make our brush here, and let's go back to the simple brush. Let's get rid of the void. I'm gonna move this down into the ground a bit, so that way we don't make such tall platforms. So now we're looking at like a Fortnite schematic kind of tool. We're going to get rid of these. We're going to move this a little bit closer. And we're going to have this be the spawn block message again. Okay, that should all... Let's just test that real quick, make sure that works. Okay, good. All right, and now we can... It got a little bit too tall, too fast.
When you said Fortnite style build, like it's crazy because I didn't even think about that. That it certainly is just that, isn't it?
Yep.
You know, if
Ooh,
you're
oh no! Turn it off.
I mean,
Turn it
obviously,
off.
this is a very unsophisticated version of that, but it's definitely that, right?
Right.
Uh, you'll never escape, Alex.
No,
You
no. I
can't
got a
turn it.
path. I got a path. I gotta put another one here.
But if you had taken, let's say that
Oh no.
you had the Switch, right? If you had the Switch itself, uh, or a much smaller object where all the rest of it is kind of invisible, transparent, and then the only thing that exists is when you click that, something spawns out here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, it could still serve all of that same purpose in a game mechanic. Say, like, build a bridge. And it's not as simple as like one tap. It's like literally grab this, place block, step forward, place block, right?
Mm-hmm.
And get that bridge built to get to there. Um, and then maybe make it so that once you get to the other side, there's a proximity trigger that destroys the thing that is doing the creation,
Mm-hmm.
so that you couldn't build anymore. So this is a very useful mechanic that could potentially be done in a game, and you're doing it right here live. Look at that. You're like, look, I need to get from one building to the other. Build a bridge. Sure enough, there it is. You built the bridge. Once you got to the other side, this whole thing could be destroyed if you were putting this into a quest. Say like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, thank you, hero. You built a bridge. Oh wow, you know, well done. So that's, you know, that's just one use case of what you call a paintbrush here, right?
Right.
Obviously, if it was later when multiplayer is enabled and you're talking about PvP, then you get into a Fortnite-esque scenario, and you'd probably want to spawn a smaller platform nonetheless. But
Right.
you know, quickly, like bang, 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 you put up a wall. They've got a type of a gun that when they shoot, the wall gets destroyed because it has void mechanics
Mm-hmm.
or what have you, right?
Well,
So there's
heck,
all
I
sorts of
mean,
different.
we can even do we can do that. So let's duplicate this.
Got a
I don't
builder
know
and
if
a
it's
destroyer gun. Is that what you're
well,
saying?
not exactly. So let's put this together here, and I mean, gosh, we don't even need to make it this complicated. There's a simpler version of this that I could build, but you change this to an asset spawner,
Right.
um, and you can spawn. Let's find a platform. We're gonna go with this one because it's skinny. Um, and we're gonna say offset 0 because we're gonna be holding it from here. And this is going to spawn platform. Platform.
This is an
Platform.
interesting question. While you're working on that, I'm gonna answer this again over on YouTube. Jaya asked, "What game development milestones are you personally most looking forward to with the Sandbox game?"
Hmm. Um. There's a lot of them. so,
Yeah,
uh. So two. I would say there's two. There's a design aspect and a feature aspect. So, for me, the true like first person camera, like we can do first person camera, but it's not a true first person camera. It's like the third person camera kind of like shoved into the model.
sure.
So having a true first person setup with like shooter mechanics, I think is going to blow things wide open for what people's interest in this. I mean, I love the 3D melee combat nature of what we have right now, but I know one of the things that got me really interested in game design in the middle of my time of being interested in game design. I was interested as like a little kid, and then I got interested in high school, and then I got interested in college, and then I got interested more recently. So when I was in high school and college, learning about how many people were making Quake mods
Sure.
and the tools. And the tools are kind of primitive. It was very difficult, but people practice at them and they learned them and they did really cool stuff with them. There's still really cool stuff that comes out with those. So that is a whole group of people who I think are going to bring a lot of cool stuff to the platform when they find out about this and when the feature's available. And then the other thing is just the metaverse being live. Having the map, having the ability to jump from one experience to the other on the map, and having the monetization in, so that way we can start putting into practice all the stuff that we've been talking about with, doing sand transactions and giving away NFTs and just making this whole game economy become a real thing. I think is going to be really exciting and fun for everybody. It's not just about spending money. This is play to earn. People are going to be earning sand by playing. People are going to be spending sand on cool stuff. It's like all my Chuck E. Cheese prepared me for this sort of, but it's not a. I think this is infinitely better than arcade. The arcade mechanics of
Right. I think when we talk about monetization, that is my favorite method of monetization, right? And as game designers, you'll always want to like tweak your kind of time spent to dollars invested to make sure that, because the games at their base, right? When people download the game client to play, they are downloading a free client, right? They're going to have many free experiences to play while they're inside there. But if you're a game developer that says, hey, I want to monetize this, then I think the kind of like arcade mentality is probably going to be the most profitable mentality. There's three primary ways that you may be able to monetize, right? One is NFT sales or premium asset sales, right? One of them is pay to play forever. And that's possible. Certainly people do it all the time, right? You buy games all the time. I know I bought, a game yesterday, just offhand, right? Then you've got your arcade mentality, right? And I like the arcade mentality because when people think like, it's 25 cents or it's $1, right? I could pay $1. You play a game. If it's pretty good, you're satisfied with it. You've had a good time. You kind of just move on or you come back to it later. I can't tell you how many people dump like 25 cents at a time into playing a game like skee ball, and it's simple and it's only a few seconds, and then you come back to it down the road, right? So I think that's a good mechanic. But in terms of back to the question, the most important kind of feature, I think, for me to come out is the metaverse, certainly, because I would like to see where things go, but in kind with what you all develop, because there are many games that are being developed that I haven't seen. They're not being published to the gallery. The in kind with that, being able to kind of tear that down or understand it with the game maker, that is the number one most compelling thing for me. Because I see things like, I was watching Game Maker Academy, which is run by CyberDragon over on Twitch, right? CyberDragon is making content daily this week, every single day, twice a day. They've been live on Twitch creating Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, with sophisticated RNG mechanics that are happening underground, right? A sophisticated kind of a scoreboard where if you were successful, it's going up. If you fail at any point, the scoreboard stops lighting up and like you've lost. And all the questions are randomized in a series of 15 questions with 10 options for different questions for each of those 15 questions. So you've got 150 questions of randomization. So any number of, exponentially, right? I don't know what 15, to the 15th is, but there's a ton of different potential series of questions. You would basically never play the same game twice. Exactly, right? So you would never play the same experience twice when you played that Who Wants to Be a Millionaire as a player. You may get the same question twice at some point, but it
I
would never be
think
the same exact series, right? And so that
depending if it can't duplicate the question in a single session, I think it would be 15 factorial. But I was an art major, so don't listen to me.
oh sure,
I
sure.
think it's like 15 times 14 times 13 times
Right. Yeah, it's
12
more like
now.
to the nth rather than
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. So
I
that
paid attention sometimes in math.
but nonetheless, that's obviously like as a player, if you were to go in and do that experience, you're not experiencing the exact same series of questions when you go back and play. And it's very easy to ramp that up to the next level, right? To take it to the 16th of the N and the 17th or the 18th. Once you have the core piece down, I saw Cyber Dragon go from 5. Okay, that's functional. Add, but copy all of them. 10, easy. Copy all of them. 15. Now you had 15 questions. You want to make it 25, 50, 100?
Oh
You
no.
could absolutely do that, right? Because once the mechanic was built, it was done. And that's anyway what I'm excited to see is people innovating in the community to make just jump in a giant
I
hole.
was done.
So people innovating in the community to make these amazing new things happen with the tools that are right in front of you. You know, Alex, you invested obviously a bit of time in creating this kind of a paintbrush, as you called it, to have bridge creation anywhere that you like. And it doesn't have to look like this when you get in the game. That switch could look something like a magic wand in terms of like what are you doing with it, or like just literally a big red button that your character
Right.
pushes
Yeah, I just
as
this
you're
was just
walking
thrown
around.
together. You saw it was just I
Right.
didn't even like look for things. I looked for pipe because I wanted to
Yeah.
grab something long, but
Right.
uh
And the things that are like extending your reach don't even have to be visible to the user
I love
when you're using it, right? So there's so much going on to it. And if you're interested in seeing more of what CyberDragon is doing, again, go to twitch.com/game. Well, you know what? I'm going to link it because I don't have it offhand right now. But Game Maker Academy, I believe, is what it is. No spaces. Twitch.com/Game Maker Academy. And you can follow them there. Again, it comes up about twice a day. Once, except for Tuesdays, because I told them you need to take a day off at some point. Uh, it comes up at 0 GMT, so midnight GMT time, and 6 a.m. GMT will be the two times that runs every day, along with our other live streams. But Alex, we have had this forum running for a while.
yeah, go
This
ahead.
week, interesting. Not so many responses as usual on the forum for the
Hmm.
giveaway this week. So,
Huh.
curious. Yeah,
Interesting.
I mean, we still have a
Maybe
lot of people in chat. We've got a lot going on.
is
So,
Roy Goob gonna have his day in the sun?
you know what? I can't believe you've done this. You cursed him now.
Oh no.
That's what you've done,
I
Alex. You've
jinxed
cursed
it.
him. I don't know. So
Um I haven't
I'm
even seen him in the chat today.
gonna once
Uh
again check out that RNG. So if you submitted into the forum, that forum is now closed for the NFT for Wizzy the Blue giveaway. But I will generate a number, and if you join us again on Wednesday, if you join us on Saturdays, we'll do these until all 200 of these NFT assets are given away. They are exclusive to the live stream, and you can only ever win one. So we don't do duplicates here. When I
I love
rolled my random number generator,
I
39.
I wanna interject here. Uh
Sure.
but before I forget about this because the chat keeps moving up, Andre Collado and I were on the same wavelength. That we've dubbed this the slab bazooka, because of the way you hold it over the shoulder while you're running around with it. Somebody else mentioned the slab bazooka also. So or the spanuka.
Spanuka.
Agent X is saying, "Get to the roof. Use the spawner bazooka spanuka."
There you go. You have to get down. Go use the spanuka. I don't know. All right. So at Granddaddy Pro over on Twitch, among all the 56 entrants, you are the winner today. I have your Ethereum wallet address here in the forum, so you will be added to the distribution list. And we do distribution on this NFT incrementally. It's not necessarily going to happen on any one given day because we do try to wait until the gas fees are a little bit down. But usually when it's under 100, I give Alex a ping and I say, hey, can you send those out? And we get all the distribution done on that. So I'll just add you to the list. Granddaddy Pro is not a duplicate. So thank you so much for entering that contest. And again, more eligibility for that on anybody's stream, streaming anything the Sandbox at any time. More likely, of course, if I know about it, so I can be there and give these NFT assets away. So let me know if you're streaming at any time, and I may help you get an increased little audience flow by doing a beautiful giveaway like this. Well, Alex, what do you think? Have you created all the creation that you can create in your creative creation?
No.
It's an experience. I know. You could go until the sun comes up again, you know? Literally. You do that often.
No. It happens.
Wait, no, lava. No.
So you were talking about Splatoon.
Yeah, you're murdering them all with lava. Why? You don't kill people in Splatoon. Well, I guess you do.
Yes, the Pokemon just faint.
Oh, yes. Fair enough. Fair enough. How many Wizzies left? Not Animated asks. Well, hey, so I don't know that answer. I'm not going to lie. Anyway, we're at 51 on the form here. No, 49 because it starts at number 3. So we've given out 49 Wizzy the Blue NFTs so far. They're limited minting to just 200. So
I am
about
keeping
a quarter of the way through. Well, all right. So they're limited.
I'm going to say that. I am
you know what?
one.
That's fair enough because I have one in my wallet as well. So we are at 50 distributed. 1/4 of all distribution has been completed now. So if you're again, if you're interested, just keep watching these live streams. Keep watching everybody's live stream, really, because I know at least sometime this week, now that we have a firm set time to make sure that Cyber Dragon doesn't overwork himself. We have a firm set time for his schedule on streaming, and I'm going to do a distribution in one of his streams this week for sure. For sure. Whoa. Even though I have to be up at, a crazy time to do a 6 a.m. response. And then another one I'll do, I think this week, because Nexonic had a stream on YouTube. If you don't know who they are, look them up. Nexonik on a stream on YouTube earlier this week. And I missed it because we had our land sale at the same time. So I was doing a bunch of support questions. That means that next week, for sure, I'll be in Nexonic stream doing a Wizzy the Blue NFT and some others. So again, join us anywhere on the internet.
There's a couple good questions in the chat. We've gone over this stuff before, but I think it's helpful to remind because we do get a lot of newcomers. And of course, if you ever have any questions that you ask in the chat that we don't see, we've got great support on Discord. Both Joseph and I hang out on there, Joseph more than me. And we've got other great support staff like Amy and Nick and other people in our community who can help answer questions. So definitely join our Discord. But the questions I want to get to, Jai Turner from YouTube asks, from my understanding, the Sandbox has no age restriction, built to be kid-friendly. How are these experiences regulated to ensure they're appropriate? That is something that we're working on. Obviously, we have partners like Smurfs and Care Bears, which are very kid-oriented. Atari covers kind of a range of ages. We've got other stuff in the works that is, maybe more interesting to adults than kids, like F1 Delta Time. I don't know how many, little kids are getting into Formula One online gaming.
I imagine all around Europe, they probably love the F1 series.
I would imagine it's a lot more popular in Europe than in the US for younger kids. I don't imagine too many European kids are getting into WWE wrestling. I mean, maybe.
Probably,
I don't know.
I think the equivalent
assume.
thing would be to say no Europeans love NASCAR. That is a generalization. I'm sure there are a few. Relatively.
So anyway, I mean, obviously those are not adult themed things. Not super violent, not questionable or moral content.
Sure.
So we have talked with people in the community, and those of us in staff have talked before about the possibility of content filters. That's something that we're looking into, how to effectively deploy something like that. So that way, crypto art tends to be kind of on the edgy side sometimes.
Yes.
There's a lot of different artistic sensibilities out there, and crypto art kind of encompasses everything. So we want to give people the freedom to make the things that they want to make within reasonable legal limitations, and also make safe spaces for parents and families. Joseph and I are both parents. A lot of people on our staff are parents. A lot of people in our we know that some of our viewers watch this with their kids, so we want to make sure that everybody can have a good time and do what they want to do.
Sure.
So it is something that we're actively looking into how that's going to work out exactly. So I don't have a more specific answer than that at this point, but we'll come up with something good.
Yeah, and I think that the question of content is always different too, right? Just to address that a little bit deeper, let's talk about the U.S. compared to Europe,
Yeah,
relatively,
no, that's
right?
true.
So we have some content creators right now. One of those official content creators, I believe they're officially sponsored. Hack the Tao
Yep.
is an officially supported content creator that may have some perceivably inappropriate content in their designs, because some of their NFT art, which inspires the creations for Hack the Tao, has some inappropriate bits of just nudity, right? Not overt, but because it's voxels, right? Like how overt could one be? But nonetheless, it's there if you know the source material. So how does that relate? I believe that if you look at American sensibility, they may say, well, that's inappropriate, right? But many parents may let their children watch a movie like Die Hard and not think about it. Or you know what I
Yeah.
mean? So it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
Violence in America
There's
not as
different
big of a deal as
cultural ideas,
exactly.
sensibilities, like
So
you
so
said.
I
So
think, like, when you talk about what is mature, that really depends on where you grow up, and we are a global platform, so we have to think with a more global sensibility of like, how can we work on this? And I think Monkey Junkie 82, you have an appropriate response to that, and that is adding a potential age gate, right? Where a designer may be able to, and this isn't implemented yet
that's right. It
because
is
we're
a
not,
family Christmas film.
but to be able to, yeah, Die Hard is a family Christmas film. And see, that's what I'm talking about, right? Like, you may look at that and go like, ah, that's funny, like it doesn't matter, whatever, right?
Yeah.
But somebody from another country may find that to be inappropriate. Another culture may find that gun
Absolutely.
violence is the line, no gun violence
Right.
ever, right? So it's always something to consider. And I think that as a designer, this tool isn't implemented yet, but it's perfectly reasonable to say a designer could have an age gate checkbox that they could just say, like, when you click the game, it's going to say this content contains, and have some kind of ESRB style or, Peggy
Yeah.
kind of warning on
I
it
think
that says this is what's inside.
both Twitter and Tumblr and most social media platforms have ways to hide content that contains certain tags. So I mean, you can be more specific to like what is the line for you and your family.
Right.
What are you okay with your children having access to, or you personally? What are you like? Like, I don't want to see any of this.
Right.
So
It,
we're gonna figure out something along those lines, and I think
well, another
that's important
thing,
to a lot of
the
us.
kind of the last bit before we go here to address on this point is that all social media services, period, in their terms of service say you must be at minimum 13 years of age to use the service, right? Very often, that is okay, yeah, okay, right? We're clicking the box and we're moving on. We're 10 years old and we signed up for Twitter or what have you, right?
Right.
Um, so, to a certain extent, the liability or the onus is going to be on the user. But that is only if that is in the terms of service that we expect this is the, and I, I could go into the weeds on this, but I think you'll find that if you look at any terms of service from any service, it kind of qualifies for all the content that we could possibly have here in the Sandbox game, right? Like you're not looking at overt bloody like scenarios. You're not looking at overt like sexualized scenarios. You're just, I mean, it's 32-bit voxel sort of sort of creation. So it'll be relatively simple as it goes. But well, we'll see how those kind of filters come in as we get later on in development,
Yeah.
and we will continue to work with you in the community to make it appropriate over
Sure.
time.
There was one more quick thing. Where'd
Sure.
it go? Oh no, I lost it in the chat.
I know where.
Oh, Yar Frost on YouTube. I know we're going over, but
Yeah.
can I
No, no,
create
yeah.
on the Sandbox and sell for free? I mean, so this is sort of yes and no, and not yet. It's a very kind of complicated answer, but basically the Sandbox platform is not fully launched yet. So the content that you see on it right now is from people that are in our various programs. We have the Creator Fund, which hires freelance artists to make the voxel art that you see. We have the Game Maker Fund, which hires individuals or teams of people to create games for the metaverse. Both, you know, the art and the level design. We have staff level designers, many staff level designers who have been hired recently to start building out all the Sandbox official game content. We've got more freelancers and more in-house people working on this stuff. We've got our partners like Atari and Smurfs and Care Bears, and they have the ability, should they choose, to make content on the platform. So that's the way things are right now. Eventually, it's all going to open up, and the floodgates will open, and everybody will be able to create. If you want to sell, you do need to make a small investment into the selling process. So just like if you were to sell something on Etsy, you have to pay a listing fee. What am I? Are you going to mention play to earn?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was getting there, but
Okay,
I saw you making faces. So you do have to pay some sand, and right now you do have to pay some ether in order to mint. So there are fees involved in launching content onto the metaverse, but you can put stuff up totally for free and just not be able to sell it. The fees involved in listing something are pretty tiny compared to the returns that you can get if what you're selling is desirable to people. So the Wizzy the Blues right now are reselling for several $100s. I don't remember what the last price I saw was. I have not seen them resell for less than $100 in a long time.
The sitting offer right now for that is like $300, and then the sale, like somebody is willing to sell, is somewhere around 600-700 plus. They can go upwards of 900 depending on where Ethereum is at any given day. But
and these are for things that I'm giving away. Like I made this with the intent to give them away to people, but they've accumulated so much desirability and value that people are trading them for that much money. The fee initially to mint, I don't remember specifically what it was to mint Wizzy. I think at the time it was probably like $10 or $20. Now it would probably be closer to 40 or 50. And as we tried to introduce layer 2 integration, those fees are going to go down. So that there's going to be the small listing fee, the minting fee, things like that. But if you're making cool stuff, people are going to be interested in buying it, and you're going to make that back. The thing that Joseph was getting all hyper about is we are big on play to earn. We are part of a community of play to earn games, and I believe Sebastian is like a head honcho at some organization. He's the chairman or something like that.
Of the Blockchain Game Alliance.
Yeah, and most of those are play to earn, if not all of them are play to earn.
Not all of them, but many of them are play to earn experiences. Yeah.
So
season 0, if I could cut in for the Sandbox, will include for every player that is participating in season 0, you are earning sand, right? I believe it's 1,000 sand, but I'll check the announcement again. I don't want to leave that there as a confirmation. But the play to earn experience is going to be start you out, right? You're playing the game, it's completely free, and you're like, hey, what's the sandbox all about? You come in, you play, you earn some sand. What are you doing with that sand? And we're thinking about adding an opt out option. If you don't want to have to sign up for a wallet, you don't have to. But at the moment, you automatically sign up for a wallet on Sandbox.game when you register for. So you're eligible to win that sand reward that you may get in a play to earn economy. So let's say season 0 ends and everybody does that. We get into season 1, and that seasonal content, we're working on a bunch of different kinds of different little aspects. But you join a faction, one of the 3 that we have showcased here on this stream. And then once you are in a faction, you work together with your people to get the most amount of points in the objective-based season. The team with the most points wins the largest prize as a team, and then that prize is divided equally among all of the team. The same thing happens with the other 2 teams, that you've got a second and third place prize, but it is balanced in such a way where you don't want to have almost nobody on team number 3, because if you had almost nobody on team number 3, that prize is still divided equally, so the individuals may end up getting more sand reward.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So anyway, there's a whole system we've got going on the backside in place to make sure that it's fair and balanced, but also free to play, free to earn. And then you can take your free to earn sand and you can start minting, as Alex mentioned. You could sell it to, like, let's say that you did have to pay an Ethereum fee and you're like, where do I get Ethereum? You can go on to Binance or any of our other, War is. You can go whatever your local preferred option is, and you could see a list of all of our partners in any various form. I think CoinMarketCap will show you all the exchanges. So you could exchange some of the sand that you've played to earn for Ethereum, and then you would have Ethereum in the same wallet that you had before. And you could use that, and you could start minting NFT assets and selling NFT assets for sand, so you get more. And you could use the money that you make from minting NFT assets that you created with the free VoxEdit tool, and you could take that and start purchasing land. Purchase a land tool, and you can have your land earning you from your game designs. And you could see where just playing the game for free can move you slowly from game player to asset creator to game designer. You're publishing your own games. It is all yours on your own exclusive NFT, which is, it's on the blockchain. So that's a unique asset. It's yours. No one else can have it. No one can take it from you. Right. So it's like, it's a great economic model in the long run that takes players to creators. And I'm super happy to see that go forward. So hopefully that answers that question to the fullest that it could be. But
Yep.
Purple Lioness, seeing your response.
I was trying to catch up with some more of the questions in the chat. So we're way over time now. So we're gonna end things here, but certainly take your questions to Discord. A lot of the questions I'm seeing are things that we've answered on previous streams. You might be able to find in our FAQs on Discord. So yes. Ask the community there. There's lots of helpful people who can help answer those questions. And we will see you next time. Thank you, everybody, for watching. We had a blast. Congratulations to our winners on today's giveaways. And have a great weekend. Stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll see you next time.
All right. Bye.